Good morning, everybody. Today, our topic is the poem I Wander Lonely as a Cloud by William Wordsworth. Stanza one. I wander lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. Beside the lake, meet the trees, fluttering and dancing in the trees. The paraphrase. The poet said that while he was walking alone without any aim, like a cloud which flies high over valleys and hills, he suddenly saw a large number of the daffodils beside the lake beneath the trees. They were moving and dancing in the gentle air. What about the figures of speech? I wonder only as a cloud when we have as it's a simile. The poet is comparing himself when he was walking around to a cloud which moves free. The second one, fluttering and dancing. Fluttering and dancing in the trees is a personification. The poet personifies the yellow daffodils as a person who can dance and enjoy the fresh air. The third, contrast between lonely and crowd. They are opposite, vales and hills. We have alliteration. Two words start with the same letter, beside and beneath. And the last one, a host of golden daffodils, is a personification, as the poet personifies the daffodils as a group of people. What about the rhyme scheme? The rhyme scheme is A, B, A, D, double C. We have here A, B, A, D, double C. The rhyme of the last letter. Stanza 2. Continuous at the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched a never-ending line along the margin of the bay, 10,000 saw eye at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The paraphrase, the poet goes on in describing the daffodils as they were shining continuously like stars in the universe. They were lying in a very long line which you cannot see its end. Along the edge of the lake, you could see about 10,000 in one loop. They were rising up their heads in a beautiful dance. The figures of speech continuous at the stars that shine is simile. The poet is comparing the golden daffodils which shine in the universe to the stars which shine in the sky at night. Tossing their heads in sprightly dance, personification. The poet personifies the daffodils as a person who is dancing happily. 10,000 saw eye at a glance, inversion. It's not the right order, as we know in the grammar. Now, he made something different in saying the sentence, so it should be what I saw. 10,000, not 10,000 saw I. So in the poet, I use the inversion. I change the place of the subject and the verb. Number 4, they stretched a never-ending line is a personification. The poet personifies the daffodils as a person stretched. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet couldn't but be gay in such jocund company, gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the shoe to me had brought. The poet saw the waves in the lake beside the daffodils dancing, but the daffodils were dancing more beautifully. The poet couldn't do anything except feeling happy on seeing such a happy group. He looked very closely at the scene, which brought him great happiness. Figures of speech. The waves beside them danced, personification. The poet personifies the waves as a person who can dance. So the waves like the person who can dance. The second one, alliteration. What and wealth start with the same letter W to give music. What wealth the shoe to me had brought, also inversion. It should be what wealth the shoe had brought to me. Stanza 4. Proven on my couch I lie in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the place of solitude, and then my heart with pleasure fills and dance with the daffodils. The paraphrase, the poet often lies on his sofa while he is busy or free-minded, and the daffodils appear in his mind, they become happy. In his loneliness, his heart becomes full of happiness and dance with the daffodils. The figures of speech, we have here personification, dance with the daffodils. The poet personifies the heart as a person who can dance. So here the poet personifies his heart as a person. He makes the heart as a person who can dance. Also, I have contrast opposite between vacant and pensive. Alliteration, dance and daffodils start with the same letter to give music. Also, we have inversion. My heart with pleasure fills should be my heart fills with pleasure. These are the figures of speech. So I should study the poem well, and I know the figures. In the exam, you may have the question. You have some lines, for example, as you know in the poetry, you have the lines, and he asked you the first line, and you can complete the stanza, or also you will have paraphrase the first stanza and find out the figure of speech, or I can ask you about who wrote the poem and what is the paraphrase or what is the rhyme scheme of the poem, as we said. I hope that you study it well and enjoy your time. See you soon, inshallah. Thank you very much for today. Assalamu alaikum.